Boys, and here we are once again. And I know, you can't see me, Penelope, but it's fine. I'm right here. It's the told you so moment once again. How many times have I talked about Mutahar being the most fakest guy on YouTube? Well, maybe Pirate Software is more fake. Who honestly knows at this point? But I have told you, this guy is fake. This guy is not humble. This guy is not smart. This guy is, turns out, not even a real engineer, scientist, computer analyst, or printer fixer in the officer. Okay? He's nothing. Turns out Mutahar is been lying for years about everything that he does, which I told you is gonna happen sooner or later. Because what can I say? I'm really good at finding fake people. It's like a talent.
Massive day for the unemployed. Mutahar just got exposed for lying about his job for like 10 years. Apparently he's been lying about his credentials for...
I watched that video, boys. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you're gonna pretend you're a humble guy who doesn't even buy anything, and you're wearing a literal 10 plus K Rolex on your hand, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's too humble. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's too humble. If you have a YouTube channel and you literally have multiple millions of subs and you're uploading pretty much daily, you cannot tell me that your real job is not YouTube, but something else. And I have been calling this out for years. In fact, I've been talking about this so long that I completely gave up on looking what Mutahar actually humiliates himself in how many ways in the past years. It's just been that bad.
For well over 10 years and deceiving his audience.
I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
Dropout, liar, fraud. A creator by the name of Nick Andros dropped this bombshell, and by golly, let's check it out.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube.
YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job.
YouTube is not my job.
YouTube is not my job.
I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
Alright, so
Yeah, let me guess. YouTube is not his job. Oh.
if YouTube isn't his job, you know, what is
What
his
is,
job,
yes.
you might ask yourself. My guess is like Nintendo reviewer.
So, what is that job? If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert.
Yeah, the popular thing is cybersecurity because his fans are just stupid. I said it. I'm not gonna lie. I think everyone who watches Pirate Software unironically is stupid. I think everyone who watches Mutahar unironically and thinks he's smart is stupid. Listen, if I'll break it down in the most simple way that I can explain how absolutely blatantly obvious Mutahar's lies have been for years. Are you ready? If you know people who are like, and Mutahar, by the way, judging from his YouTube and his views and everything, Mutahar is living life as the top 2 or 3% of society. Easy, no questions asked. He has enough money for generational wealth. He has enough money to not care ever to look at almost any type of prices on any item, almost except the super luxury ones. That's it. That's Mutahar, without question. And if you're gonna tell me that you making top 2% earners in the world money, and you actually are working in IT or something like that, and that's actually your real job because it probably assumedly makes more than YouTube, that means your income is double or triple or maybe quadruple the top 2% of earners. And as someone who has met people like this, a lot of people like that. I do know a lot of people in high society and stuff like that, okay? They all have one thing in common. None of them sound like Mutahar. All of them sound generalizedly knowledgeable about a lot of things. And they would never say a sentence like, I did generalizable knowledge. That's just bullshit. But all of them sound educated. All of them sound smart in at least some ways. The average person of that caliber is gonna be blackout drunk, still sounding smarter than your average Joe. And Mutahar, at no point, even when he's talking about his profession, comes close to sounding like any of those people. He just does not sound like it. And all of the smart people in the world sound smart. They sound eloquent. They sound knowledgeable. Mutahar at literally no point sounds like that.
An IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said, day trader, there seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this definitely real job.
The day trader part is actually the most funniest one. When Mutahar says, oh, I make like 85% or something like that. Bro, if you're making 85% through day trading, that implies that you're making 85% in a day, which means you're pretty much doubling your money every 3 days. If you're doubling your money every effective... Actually, no, that's tripling your money. If you're doubling and a half your money every 2 days, you're becoming a billionaire in less than a month. So don't try to tell me that you're making 85% being a day trader. Don't even dare to tell me that, okay? Because you would be a billionaire in literally less than a month. Actually, billionaire is super low balling that if you're doubling your money every... You know, if you're doubling your money 50 times, you're more than a billionaire. So, Mutahar, again, his lies are the most obvious crap ever.
That Mutahar has.
My apologies for not censoring the J slur, but Mutahar, you can't have the pie and eat it too. You gotta be unemployed in these streets, you dig? Saying?
Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer.
I'm a ballad dancer, by the way. Based.
Oh, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm just an engineer.
Tech support stolen valor is crazy.
I'm an engineer.
But there's
True.
multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a
I sit
YouTuber.
down
Why
and
are you
I quit
asking me?
code.
And I'm just like a computer engineer.
The dude straight up went through hella transcripts and found out that Mutahar was contradicting himself in quite a bit of them. At first he was saying he was an engineer, then he switched it up as well. Next thing you know, he worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Oh no, I forgot to make... I was planning to make a pirate software joke before we... Man, such a great opportunity, completely lost to my own stupidity. Wow, that is sad. I wanted to make a pirate software joke about Mutahar being a pirate software. I hope you can forgive me.
Based on what I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer if you are not a licensed engineer.
You know what? I heard enough. Toss this dude in jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
For Mutahar to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer, or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training.
Listen, I have only seen those purple lights in one place in the world, so I don't think Mutahar does anything with computers. I think he does things with screens, though, if you know what I'm saying. I know only one place that uses that purple light so much, okay? It is what it is, boys.
In general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training, and to pass the National Professional Practice Exam.
Turns out he really was some ordinary gamer. But it gets even funnier because apparently he's a video engineer too now.
I'm a video engineer now. I
Based.
think I know how this fucking works. Speaking out of
Same.
an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot.
You don't need a degree to call Elon an idiot. Like a
Listen, everyone was calling Elon an idiot dead, and I was defending him. Because people do not understand business, sadly.
homeless person outside my 7-Eleven's doing the same thing.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
Dude, this guy's like the jack of
Damn.
all trades, Johnny
Upgrade.
Sins of engineering. The stolen valor thing said earlier is right. It's like he wants to dip his toes into the unemployed drama sphere without, actually feeling like a loser. Own up to it. Who cares? They getting mad, you getting rich.
Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
but I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to
Damn.
disagree with me, feel free, but you're actually...
Where is the doom sound? The doom.
wrong.
Feel free, but you're actually wrong.
Ask somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance.
It's like that pirate software code meme, and I don't understand shit here, so if anyone smart in the comments wants to enlighten us, go ahead.
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, like, I picked engineering as, like, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge.
If he lied to Dr. K, I swear to God I'll be angry. You don't want to see me angry.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university, but I'm not going to dog on, like, school. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, I finished university, and I'm still waiting the 10-year leniency period so I can tell my story.
if you're going to learn to be if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field.
And now he dropped out all of a sudden?
Oh, dude. I wish Mutahar was talking more about the STEM field.
It's like he spun a web of lies and, got lost in his own sauce. Some ordinary spider. I don't even know how to explain this, maybe he started out just, kind of slightly exaggerating his qualifications, and then he just, got sort of caught in the lie and ended up living it.
Lies grow. The truth shrinks.
I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm going to sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm going to sound biased because, as an engineer, you want to get the degree that's going to...
Diamonds are made under pressure, and Mutahar here is still stuck on iron armor. At this point, I'm expecting a classic Mutahar trademarked apology video, and, I hope he grabs a ukulele.
Oh, I like the ukulele apology. It was fun, at least.
Times he says he's a former engineer.
So, being a former engineer, I virtualize, everything.
Bro, he's a former engineer, he's a current data specialist, he's a future king, okay? Leave Mutahar alone! Okay, his future is rock solid, boys.
I, contain shit. And
Even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer, for 10 years.
You know what? I'm unsubscribing from you.
Dude, this is... this is the same as Pirate Software claiming that he was a coder from, what was it, 10 years old, 13 years old? That he worked at Blizzard since he was in the womb?
Mutahar.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, alright, before I went into this. I also like to mess around with technology.
You know what? I also worked as an engineer. And a data computer engineer, in fact.
I used to be an engineer before I went into the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18, by video editing.
By the way, the funniest thing about this, I don't know if he's going to mention this, but the long video has the fact that his parents do have money. So, Mutahar is effectively just your classic example of a Nepo baby.
He means that he switched careers after his channel began taking off.
Ask any slightly overweight kid in America what they want to be when they grow up. They'll say YouTuber.
Yes!
Somehow, Mutahar thinks he's better than all of us. He's a big boy engineer. Then again, I kind of see it.
Again, all of the people who do IT have a big ego. A big ego with very low social skills.
Struggle. If somebody asks me in real life what I do for work, I say something stupid like digital marketing.
I worked in film.
Same. By the way, I'm not even joking. Okay, my typical response for anyone who asks me what I do, because in my country, being a YouTuber is completely not okay. Yeah, I just lie. I do actually blatantly lie. I either say I'm unemployed or finances or something like that, which was my previous job, but still, I lie. That's true. I do lie about that of encountering real people in the wilderness of the outside world.
Film and TV before I still don't have a fancy degree, okay? And there you go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015.
Dude, who cares? There's
Humber College, Jesus, too close to Humble College, but not humble.
nothing to be ashamed of getting a diploma or like a certificate for cinematography. You're pursuing your passions, you know? Then again, I understand like the pressure your parents can put on you, which is like more common in Southeast Asian or just any general broad Asian culture. But lying about this is honestly like insane.
If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned
Oh, look at that! Mutahar was once almost not fat, but his face still was kind of fat. That's very interesting.
anything about it. Not a single slip.
That Mutahar probably can... What do you think Mutahar has more? Gout? Or an actual university diploma? I would say probably gout at this point.
Was never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013 or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years.
This is like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. This is like devastating. I thought my slop was handed to me on a silver platter by a professional, not some kind of phony. Bro should have never put on that medallion.
No.
It's actually true. The Sonic Chew medallion. He put it on and everything started slowly going down. People say it wasn't the real medallion. People say it was just a replica. I think there's like 100 of those bad boys in the wild. You never know when the Sonic Chew medallion is gonna claim you.
Computer engineer. It reminds me of another quote. I used to work Mutahar, the burger flipping engineer. Okay. I heard Mutahar has been deleting his backlog of YouTube videos recently, and now I see this. Damn.
Has he?
No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club and the home.
In 2019, he conflated being a
Damn, that's big. I usually just beg for donations and threaten the viability of my 15 children and 7 stepwives.
a video engineer with being a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people, so...
Again, totally different qualifications.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, you know, general second profession of...
Dude, maybe we're gonna be one day at this point for me, because, look, my occupation before YouTube was business finance in the government and whatnot. And the thing is about the term business finance, that's actually my degree's term. Actually, it's business logistics. But I don't know the English name for my work occupation, so I just kind of interchangeably use business finance and business finance. 3 completely separate terms that kind of describe technically 3 different things to a degree, but whatever, it's just how I feel like it. Maybe I'm gonna be one day also in that boat, who knows.
Mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee.
Yes, this is exactly the one that I'm talking about. Guys, I make 85% on day trade. You're a billionaire if you can do that.
You know, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by...
Yeah, go on the markets and check out the things that... I buy the trades.
What, 11 or something?
I'm also a crypto master. I trade bitcoins on the side. You cannot be an engineer working a regular 9-to-5 job in an office and, you know, simultaneously freaking be glued to your screen losing hair day trading. You are not Bradley Cooper from Limitless. You are not that guy, pal. You are not that guy.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job is.
That's like something your unemployed bum friend says when you're like, dude, when are you gonna get a job? And he's like, day trading's a real job.
I invest. That's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have. When asked by a guest on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like You do. So do you do computer stuff on the side, or that's your main
I
thing?
literally just invest money. Like I buy property and I invest in.
So it's this Canadian's fault the housing market went up. I get it. No, like it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like at this point, I don't even think Mutahar himself knows what job he's doing.
So before YouTube, Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer.
First, Dr. Disrespect isn't a
Damn.
doctor, and now Mutahar isn't an engineer.
There's no way Dr. Disrespect is not a doctor. He even has the doctor apron. That's impossible.
It's over for YouTube.
How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact amount.
I love how all of these people are lying that they don't know their sub number, by the way. They all know their sub number. Mine's 28,000. I'm gonna check real quick, though. Yep, no, 27. See, underplaying it. But I know, everyone knows, I absolutely hate it when they pretend, oh, I don't know what's my sub number. Shut up.
0.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9-to-5s where you're running different.
Oh, yeah. This is the part where Mutahar claims that he's a YouTuber, a broker, a finance expert, an internet security guy, a real estate investor. I don't know, something else. Dude. I've been calling this shit out forever, by the way. Listen, some of you know, how long have I been making fun, and I primarily make fun of two people in this respect. It's Asmongold and Pokimane. How many times have I been making fun of these people, saying they're not real businessmen, they're not real company owners? They're on paper company owners, sure, but I have explained this so many times. When you're big enough, your name just has value. Companies that are already literally made with a product are gonna approach you and say, hey, tweet about us like one time a month, and we're giving you 30% of the company. And that's what happens. That's what has happened with Pokimane and Asmongold. Again, Asmongold has OTK. Well, actually, he lost everything. It just proves how fucking stupid he is. Asmongold had OTK. Asmongold had Starforged. Asmongold has like a talent agency. I think he still has or something like that. And am I missing something? I think did he have something else? No, whatever. He had like 3 companies that he claimed he's the owner of. Listen, if you're the owner of any company, you're not streaming for 10 hours a day. You're not streaming 5 hours a day even. You do not. People don't understand this, but CEOs actually do a lot of work. Just the work does involve going to a lot of fancy dinners and things like this. People don't think that's work, but that is work. That is unironically work. If you would be doing that, you would get tired of it. He would be doing stuff like that, but he doesn't. He just streams constantly. Same with Pokimane. Pokimane is even more funnier because I don't know how many... I don't know any of her businesses, but Pokimane claims that she has been a creator for like 5 businesses and an owner for like something like that. It is ridiculous, okay? If Asmongold is just stupid, Pokimane just takes the goddamn cake.
Business you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm the
Q4 being
CEO of our
extremely
own
busy.
company. Like I'm the CEO
And Mutahar obviously joins them.
of like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live.
Now he's a massive real estate tycoon? Like, what's going on?
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I
A
upload
day,
every day.
Why
sure.
exactly, and why I always
He really loves
This is, by the way, why I hate you, dude. Because the reality is, someone at that table probably was thinking, yeah, he's lying. He's 100% lying. But in YouTube, it's always better to be nice to these people because there's more you can get out of them, okay? There is no real gain currently being negative against, for example, Asmongold. I do it because I love it. And because he deserves it. But there's no real benefit from it. You get so much more saying, I love you and agree with everything that you say. And that's YouTube in general. There's always no point in starting anything with anyone unless you know that you can bury them.
bathing in that praise. But it's not enough. he needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm
It's like,
tell,
what?
right? Like when you're like an engineer and somebody's
I've never seen an expose of this magnitude on anybody, and you know, props to this guy. Subscribe.
By the way, this is also a thing that Mr. Beast's constantly saying, oh, that he understands the algorithm. It's lies. He just got lucky. He just got lucky. He does understand how to make an interesting YouTube video with bigger attention and things like that. That's true. But he does not understand. He literally does not understand a single thing about the algorithm. No one does. No one does. It's just the algorithm favors him because he's the biggest creator and he's probably the one who sets the algorithm how it works to begin with. But Mr. Beast, for example, every single person that has made it in some way and has money is always gonna rewrite history and claim bigger and better things about himself. Listen, if I become a millionaire, you damn better well know that I'm gonna lie about my past and sell myself even harder than I do now, okay? That's happening. You better wait for it.
This guy's channel, he like did the work.
Cybersecurity, because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is
This guy's just stupid, okay? I don't know who you are, but you are starstruck and absolutely out of it, okay?
YouTube is always like the secondary side gig.
Even the podcast homies don't know the truth.
That guy right there, maybe he's constantly constipated. Maybe that looks like the stare. Okay, I'm having stomach cramps right now, and I'm not having a good time. Or there's something wrong with your statements, and I don't believe them. I do a podcast, alleviate myself once a week, and have a YouTube channel. I don't know if that's true, by the way. I don't know who these people are. They're drinking a woman's drink. That's all I can tell you from this. Even homie doesn't believe you, Mutahar.
Podcast homies don't know the truth.
This guy has a wife, he's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily.
He's literally just the Johnny Sins of YouTube. He's just out here hustling. We don't understand it. You know what would happen if Muta didn't go to work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up, disappears. It ceases to exist.
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
Even Ethan Klein's spidey senses were
even Ethan Klein can tell this is a lie, so it's pretty sad.
tingling.
He has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
Unlike Mutahar, I'm not a liar.
Yeah, and the original video had some good parts where Mutahar is talking about pirate software, because obviously all the Actmen and Mutahars and whatnot are gonna go for the pirate software easy dubs. And the original video was talking about this, that Mutahar literally goes into this and he pretty much just does the same points as Coding Jesus, which I could do after watching a video from Coding Jesus. So you don't even know if Mutahar points are original because he says nothing new.
You know, my hands are in the air. I might have been the guy.
And in any case, that was a best Jet 10 out of 10. Oh, bye!